Morning, you guys. Um, okay, you guys, what we're going to do today is we're going to get away from kind of decimals a little bit, and we're going to work on a little bit of graphing. And I'm going to show you how we would plot some numbers or plot some coordinate points, is what we're doing here. As soon as I get my screen up. Okay. Okay. So I think you guys remember if we have like this is basically like a two axis. We have a Y and we have an X. And the X goes across. So X goes left and right. And the Y is always going to go up. So Y is up. Okay. And then when you basically, what we would do here is we're going to put numbers on here. We're going to start at 0, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to use 6 for now. And if you see, they'll be called like ordered pairs. So you'll hear 0 and 7. Okay, keep in mind that the 0, the first number, always goes on the X. So the first one is going to be X, and the second one is going to be Y. So if we plot 0, 7, so we're going to put a 0 on the X, and then we're going to go up to the Y, and the 7 is going to go, and I'll make this go a little bit higher, and this one out a little bit further, and we'll have 7 right there. So 0, 7, so you're going to put a 0 on the X-axis. It goes across. We have 0, 7, and then we're going to go up to the 7, and we put a dot right there. Because the value of X is 0, and that's the one that goes across. And the second number is the Y, the one that goes up and down. And that will go there. Now let's do another one here. So if we have 6 and 3, remember that the first number is always going to go on the X, and the second number is always going to go on the Y. So for this one, we go find the 6 on the X-axis, which is right here, and then we go up and find the 3 on the Y, which would be right here. So 6, 3, the 6 is going to be on the X-axis, the one that goes across. Then we go up the Y-axis to 3, and if we were basically doing lines, it'd be something like that. It would be right there. Okay. Now let's do another one here. If we have the opposite, if we have 3, 6, remember always the first number is going to go on the X-axis, and the second goes on the Y. But let me erase this here. Okay, so this one, 3 on the X, is going to be right here. And then for the 6, we're going to go up to the y, up and down. And that would be, oops, that would be right here. Okay, so these would be called ordered pairs. So when you have two numbers in a row and you have a graph, the first number is always going to go on the x-axis, and that's the one that goes across. So remember, the x-axis is always on the bottom, and the y-axis is the one that goes up and down, if you can remember that. X goes across, y goes up. First number is always x, second number is always y. Let's do one more here. Let's do 5 and 6. Okay, remember the 5 is going to go on the x-axis, and the 6 is going to go on the y. So if we go over to the 5 on the x-axis, it's right here, then what we do is go up to the 6 on the x-axis, or excuse me, the y-axis, and that's going to go right there. Okay, so this is just about plotting numbers. So you're going to have an ordered pair, and that would be these two numbers. So this is an ordered pair, this is an ordered pair, this is an ordered pair, and this is an ordered pair. Okay, and one thing you might see too is, let me put a letter up here. So if I put D right here, it's going to say find the coordinates for letter D. So what you're going to do is, well, I'm going to go over here and I see D falls on the 3 on the x-axis, it goes across. And then if I just take my pencil and go up there, I see it's 4 on the y-axis. So if I asked you where D was, you would say, oh, okay, I see D here. And if I go over the x-axis, I see it falls on the 3 spot on the x-axis, the one going across, and it's 4 on the y-axis. So what I would say for D is it's going to be 3, 4. Because remember, you always want to put the x number first. And for this letter D, I would go 1, 2, 3. I see it's above the 3. And then I just go up and see, oh, it's right across from the 4. So it's going to be 3, 4. Okay. And if I had like U out here, same thing. If I ask you, where is the letter U, you're going to see, okay, U's out here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go across the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see it's out on the 7. And then I go up and see, oh, it's on the 4 spot on the y-axis. So for letter U, excuse me, it's going to be 7 and 4. Okay, so a couple things to remember, you guys, and let me do this again. I'll do a brand new one for you. The x-axis, always on the bottom, it goes across, and the y goes up and down. And we always want to put the x number first. So x would be first, and y would be second. So x is first, y is second. And, you know, it always starts at 0, and then it goes up. So, you know, it'd be 0. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing going across on the y-axis. We'd have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I ask you once again, if I tell you this ordered set of pairs is 3, 4, and 8, you're going to remember the first number is the x, so that's going to be the 4, and the second number is the y. So how I would plot that, I would go on the x-axis to the 4, and that's right there, and then I would just go up on the y-axis to the 8, which is right here. And that's really how we would plot ordered pairs. It's just important, and a lot of times, you guys, these axes will be labeled, and you'll see the X on the bottom right here, and the Y going up and down. Okay, and if you can just remember that the X number always comes first, and the Y number comes second. Okay, so what I'll do is I will go ahead and post some practice. There's going to be some letters like we just did. Like, for example, you might see like letter M right here, and you're going to go, okay, hold on here. M is, if I go on the x-axis, I see M is right at the 6, and then if I go over the Y, it's at the 3. So if they say the letter M, you're going to go, well, it's 6 on the x-axis and 3 on the Y. Okay, that's how you would do a letter. So this is going to be a combination of finding letters and actually putting points on there based on the ordered pair. If you can just remember X first, Y second, X goes across, and Y goes up. Okay, we'll work on this some more on Friday. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.